Hello and welcome to Lesson 2 of the Grade 1 tutor book. In Lesson 2 the teaching aims are shown here and we will be learning about dotted crotchets, semiquavers, how to beam semiquavers, the tied note and the slur. So first of all you're shown a dotted crotchet. Now, if you recall, in the First Steps tutor book, I had a discussion with you about the dotted minim, and I explained that when you put a dot at the side of a note, it makes it half as long again. So with the dotted minim, we looked at the minim which was worth 2. If you put a dot on it, that makes it half as long again, so that equals 3 counts. The same works for the dotted crotchet. So the crotchet is worth 1 count, add the value of a half to it, which is 1.5, so a dotted crotchet equals 1.5 counts. You then have the opportunity to actually have a go at drawing some of those dotted crotchets. Then we move on to a section to talk about semiquavers. Now a semiquaver is worth 1/4 of a count. Now if you look closely you'll see it's very similar to the quaver, but the difference is that the quaver has 1 line coming down but the semiquaver has 2 lines coming down, and that's how you know the difference between a quaver and a semiquaver. You then have the opportunity to write some of those semiquavers on the stave here, and then there's a little section that explains about how you beam semiquavers. So obviously, as a semiquaver is 1/4 of a count, you can beam 4 of them together to equal a crotchet, and then you can have a practice of actually doing that. You'll see as well that the semiquavers, when they're beamed, has 2 lines at the top. Now the next section talks about the tied note. So a tie is a curved line that connects 2 notes together, and it's the same note that causes the tie. So the example here shows you that you've got a dotted minim tied to another dotted minim, and you can see you have the bar line in the middle in the 3/4 time. So this is why the tie is useful, because you can make notes longer within the time signatures that you've got. So in this case, this tie is worth 6 counts. So your next task here is a task called musical maths. And what you do, you look at the value of the ties and write how much they're worth in the box below. Now, there is a difference, an essential difference, between a tie and a slur. A tie joins the same note, and a slur joins 2 different notes. And a slur is used to make music sound smoother. You join the notes together. So this page here gives you some examples, and you've got to work out whether the notes are ties or whether they are slurs, and you write the answer in the box below. And that completes Lesson 2.